Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of the Peculiar Stars Lifestyle Network. I am Emmanuel. Today, I will be talking about the illusion of fame. I don't know if you have ever wondered why famous people seem to live fake lives, or why trying to stay relevant can lead to depression. Today, I will dive into an interesting topic that makes you think deeply: how we perceive wealth and the struggles that comes with fame. Most times when we see celebrities on TV, we often assume they live in luxury and abundance. But is that the whole story? Let's question this assumption by looking at what it takes to stay relevant in the ever-changing entertainment industry. Many people think celebrities have perfect lives, but the reality is more complex, and we might not know, but being famous puts a lot of pressure on people. Most celebrities constantly worry about staying popular and relevant. This can cause anxiety, depression, and identity crisis. There is this pressure to stay relevant, and we all know that people move on easily. The moment another person comes up and do what you do, and you're unable to stay relevant, that might be the end. The problem is that the moment someone becomes famous and something happened along the way, it will be very difficult to go back to that lifestyle they are living before they became famous. Because everywhere you go, there is always someone stalking you, taking your pictures unaware and uploading it on the internet. This is why famous people do go to every length to continue to stay in that status. Some people say fake it until you make it. Sometimes it might take some time to realize that what you've made is fame and not wealth. Being famous and staying relevant is incredibly challenging. Celebrities face enormous pressure to keep up with trends, create viral content, and constantly reinvent themselves. And this pursuit of staying in the public eye can negatively impact their mental health, leading to anxiety or depression. A lot of celebrities have committed suicide because of these things. Sometimes celebrities are lonely because the moment you become very popular, you might not be able to, walk on the street like a regular person again. You won't want to repeat the same clothes because of what your fans will say. There are lots of people in your DM requesting for assistance without putting into consideration your own needs and struggles. It can be very, very challenging. Contrary to popular belief, having money does not guarantee happiness or protect against depression. Depression is a real and complex mental health issue that can affect anyone, regardless of their financial status. You can be rich and still be depressed. That's why famous individuals face immense pressure to maintain their status as number one. They are constantly in the limelight and expected to always be trending. This pressure can be overwhelming and relentless. There are a lot of celebrities, for example, that we've seen on our screen for some years, and in no long time, they are nowhere to be found. To stay relevant requires a lot of effort and strength. Some people, I believe, want fame at every cost without considering a lot of factors that comes with it. I can remember there is this person that said he worked as a radio and TV host for some years here in Nigeria, and many times he would go hungry while people kept thinking he was living in wealth, and they were even earning more than he was then. He said that life can be so depressing, and this is true. I can remember when I was doing my industrial training at a television station. The reality is that when you see some staff on the screen, they appear very neat, dressed in a nice outfit, but they are just regular people like many of us. A lot of people have failed to realize this. When someone becomes famous, people automatically expect them to perform at a certain level or meet an imaginary standard. These expectations can be burdensome and difficult to live up to. That's why you see some trends online, and it is very, very funny because sometimes you imagine how people think. You can see trends like so celebrity eating roasted corn on the road, celebrity spotted riding on Okada, that's a motorcycle, and you will begin to imagine that these people are also human beings. People just believe that as a famous person, everything about you should be perfect. Recently, some Nollywood veterans who are in critical conditions and needs help were coming out one after the other to seek help and to tell their fans to celebrate them while they are still alive. I know a lot of you must have followed the trend as well on social media. People often assume that they are rich because they see them on TV, and a lot of people were surprised when they found out that some of these actors and actresses don't even have a house or a car to themselves. Some people also criticize them definitely that they must have mismanaged what they had then. But the fact is that people often assume others have achieved a certain status when they haven't. I believe a lot of them are still dying in silence because they might be thinking of what people will say and how they will feel them. What are your views? Let us know in the comment section. Have you ever thought about the pressures celebrities face to stay relevant? And how do you think this constant pressure affects their well-being? We must realize the financial reality. People assume celebrities are rich, but fame does not guarantee wealth. A lot of famous people struggle with money behind closed doors and we don't even know. Trying to maintain an extravagant lifestyle can put celebrities in debt. There's this saying that says fake life is expensive. When you are famous without money, it can be very, very damaging. We've heard of celebrities who would have to come together in their numbers to contribute money to rent an apartment in very expensive places in Lagos, for example. And a lot of them will be in that same apartment living together. This is because people see it as a problem when they rent a regular house and you can see them almost every day. We are always looking at everything about them to judge, and we are always finding their mistakes, and we forgot that these people are also people like us. If celebrities do not manage their finances properly, they can face financial difficulties once their fame diminishes. Without proper savings, they may struggle to maintain their lifestyle and may even go broke. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think famous people always have money? And how do you think money problems affect a celebrity's life? Personally, I feel like celebrities often feel forced to meet expectations, so they project an image that hides their real struggles. The difference between their public image and private life causes emotional pain. The pursuit of fame often leads to a never-ending circle of seeking attention and validation. When a well-known individual shares a post about suicide, for example, or they are expressing their grievances, people tend to be skeptical and doubt the authenticity of their claims. They assume that the person is merely seeking attention and cannot truly be experiencing such distress. Most people will just say, leave him, he's chasing clouds. And we all need to know that famous individuals may feel compelled to constantly seek more recognition and attention, which can be detrimental to their well-being. This is where a lot of famous people get it wrong. It's okay to strive to stay relevant, it's okay to give your fans good content back to back, but at the same time, it must not be at the expense of your mental health, because when you are gone, people will move on. Just stay original and natural and see people adjust. Many celebrities face a choice between disappointing many by living within their means or perpetuating a fake image to impress others. You see, the pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle can lead to a deceptive portrayal of wealth and happiness. Have you ever thought about how difficult it can be for celebrities to live a double life? And what do you think about the impact of faking it on their overall well-being? Let us know in the comment section. It is evident that the illusion of fame can have significant effects on the mental and financial well-being of those in the spotlight. So what can we learn from this? Personally, I feel like we must always remember that fame does not mean someone is wealthy. We should not assume that famous people live fine and comfortable lives. And secondly, society should separate a celebrity's public image from their true self. Recognizing that celebrities have their own struggles can help us show sympathy and understanding. And finally, let's question the idea that staying relevant is the ultimate goal. Instead, let's celebrate authenticity and focus on personal growth and fulfillment. What are your thoughts on the true cost of fame and the illusion it creates? Let us know in the comment section. And that brings us to the conclusion of today's episode. I hope our exploration of the illusion of fame has given you a fresh perspective. Remember, behind the glamour are real people facing real challenges. Join me next time, and until then, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for listening, and bye for now.